Everybody up now. Yo, good evening. Good evening. It is February the 9th, 2026. I was here this morning. I'm here tonight. 11:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. We are 46 minutes away from midnight here on the East Coast. I'm your guy, Media Marcus. This is the Media Marcus live stream, which will be turned into a podcast right after this. I'm your guy, Media Marcus. It is 11:14 p.m. right now on February the 9th, 2026, the day after the Super Bowl. And I did something this morning, and I talked about the Super Bowl. So we won't get too much in the Super Bowl. I do have to talk about one commercial though from the Super Bowl. I haven't touched on any commercials, so I got to touch on that. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the NBA. A little fighting going on, a little tussling going on in the NBA. You know what I mean? So I'll talk about that, as well as Sherry Shepard. She finally talked about her show's cancellation. Chipotle, they out here assuming making an ass out of you and me. I got to talk about Ja Rule, Summer Walker as well, and Valentine's Day. I got to talk about. So I'm talking about all those things. It is the Media Market Show, February the 9th, 2026. Yeah, I'm really happy, man. Appreciate you guys for listening and tuning in. We always find a way to do this, but I got to give you guys the latest in news, sports, and entertainment. And yeah, it's your guy, Media Marcus, man. So let's get right into it. I'm so laughing. The NBA is really funny, but let's start off. Let's give some scores around the NBA, and I'll tell you guys why the NBA is so funny. But yeah, it's Media Marcus Show live stream February the 9th, 2026. All right, so let's talk about what happened around the NBA today. The Jazz. We got the Jazz. They defeat the Miami Heat in Miami, 115 to 111. Jaren Jackson Jr., newly acquired Jaren Jackson Jr., 22 points, 5 rebounds in this game in the win. What else happened? The Brooklyn Nets defeat the Chicago Bulls, 123 to 115. Nick Claxton, 28 points, 10 rebounds. I haven't heard Nick Claxton's name in a couple of years. Really, it's because I'm not that locked in with the NBA anymore. But I remember when I bet the NBA back in the day. At this point, but I remember taking some Nick Claxton props. So, but yes, Nick Claxton had 28 and 10 tonight. What else happened around the NBA? We got my Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic defeat the Milwaukee Bucks 118 to 99. 26 points for Anthony Black, 5 rebounds on 8 of 13 from the field. Paulo Banchero had a rough night, but Desmond Bane had 25 points on 8 of 11 from the field. So Orlando gets the W there. New Orleans defeats Sacramento 120 to 94. I did see a dunk by Russell Westbrook. He had to get his real quick. But yes, Trey Murphy, 21 points. Zion Williamson had 18, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. The boy Zion. All right, so in 138, Minnesota, they defeat Atlanta 138 to 116. Anthony Edwards had 30 points tonight. All right, let's move on and let's talk about, right now, Denver's up 106 to 102 over Cleveland right now. Donovan Mitchell has 28 points. James Harden has 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. We'll see if they can make the comeback. Joker playing? Joker has triple-double, 18 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists. So we'll see what happens with that game. But the talk of the NBA is the Detroit Pistons, right? They defeat the Charlotte Hornets 110 to 104, snapping the Hornets' 7-game win streak. But it's more than that, people. It is way more than that. So a fight broke out in this game. I don't know if you guys saw, a fight broke out in this game, the Charlotte Hornets versus the Detroit Pistons, which suddenly seemed like the old bad boy Pistons, right? You know, you got Isaiah Stewart, who has certainly a reputation. Jalen Duran got into it with a few guys, and yeah, I'm not gonna give you guys the whole video. We'll figure that out, but I'm gonna share this video. Yes, and NBA. this fight broke out, so let's make it happen. Did you guys see the fight in the NBA? I'm just realizing they put the WWE song, the music, the Big Show in there. But yeah, that fight happened in the NBA, man. It was crazy. It started with Jalen Duran and this other guy. I don't even know the other guy right now. I'm sorry. Plays for the Hornets. He was Durant smushed him, and he was going at Durant, and he really wanted it, and he was about that. Even though he looked outside, he didn't care. He was about that action, and there was a lot of people holding him back. Miles Bridges wanted to step in, help his teammate out, got into it with Durant. You seen Isaiah Stewart coming off the bench, running like he don't give a fuck. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's going to get suspended for that for sure. Isaiah Stewart, absolutely. I think all of these guys are going to get suspended. But Isaiah Stewart, I think, is going to have a lengthier suspension as he came off the bench to get involved in a scuffle. You're never supposed to come off the bench, NBA. So we've seen there is a precedent already set. So I expect Isaiah Stewart to miss some games. All right. So that's what happened around the NBA. Let me give you guys a quick update and see what's happening in that Denver and Cleveland game. Right now, Denver is up 109 to 104 over the Cavs. James Harden, the second game, I believe. Second game with the squad as a new Cavalier. All right, but let me talk some NFL. And actually, we'll start with so last night was the Super Bowl. Obviously, the Super Bowl 60 happened, and there were commercials. Commercials are a really big part of the Super Bowl. If you don't know, you're living under a rock, right? So there was a really good commercial that I thought with Kayla Nicole featured. Kayla Nicole, podcaster, influencer. I feel like I'm a fan of Kayla Nicole. And she was in this commercial with Tiffany Haddish and Ben Simmons. Offset was also in the commercial. I'm missing one of the other ones that was in the commercial, but it was a really good commercial from my standpoint. Very funny, very keen. But Kayla Nicole is taking some backlash for being in this commercial focused on exes or partners, etc., with Tiffany Haddish and Ben Simmons. And I'll show you guys a quick preview. The backlash to Kayla Nicole. I said I'm a fan of Kayla Nicole. We're a fan here on Media Marks. I'm a fan here of Kayla Nicole, but she is receiving some backlash for appearing in a Super Bowl ad and basically kind of throwing some shade at Swift. There was a pun intended here, so I'll share with you guys, and then we can go from there. But yes, Kayla Nicole, obviously influencer, podcaster. She's very out here. But she was obviously the ex of Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl winning quarterback, tight end, who's now with Taylor Swift. And let's check out this commercial that had people a little bit in a frenzy.
Promised me that they could put an end to this whole ex-girlfriend fiasco quickly.
That doesn't sound right.
Rapidly.
That's not what I said.
Okay. Pronto.
I said swiftly. Why is that so hard to remember?
That's on me. I came at him wrong. I thought he was black. My bad.
To your credit, Tiff, we as a community have to be better gatekeepers of the taper fade.
Promised me that they could put an end.
I didn't peep the taper fade. Listen, so that was shade thrown at Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, and I wasn't too mad at it. But the Swifties are not having it. People are upset for Kayla Nicole. They're saying like it's over, it's been over. But I mean, I feel like she could poke fun at it and make some money while doing it and continue to build her brand. I don't see anything wrong with that. So shout out to Kayla Nicole, but people are upset at her. I did want to mention here. We're on Media Markets. It is February the 9th, 2026, 11:24 p.m. We are, what are we, 26 minutes, 36 minutes from midnight here on the East Coast. What else do I have? Oh, so we'll keep it in the football kind of realm. It was announced today, and it's already been scheduled, that next year's Super Bowl 61 will be scheduled on Valentine's Day. Super Bowl 61 will happen next year, 2027, on Valentine's Day. So get your affairs in order. Ladies, gentlemen, get your affairs in order. Super Bowl 61 will be on Valentine's Day in 2027. Don't make no mistakes, gents. Don't be making no mistakes. Get your affairs in order. This is enough time. You got over a year. I'm giving you over a year to get your affairs in order. But yeah, Super Bowl 61 announced. It was just figured out that this will be happening on Valentine's Day in 2027. So it's a nice little gift, though. It's a nice little gift for your man. If you try and get your man something for Valentine's Day next year, as he's probably going to go all out this year for you. Next year, Super Bowl's on Valentine's Day. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen for your man. So that is the latest Valentine's Day. And I got some other Valentine's Day news. Saw Black Millionaires reporting. So obviously we know Valentine's Day is coming up. Is it this week? This weekend? Valentine's Day is happening. Valentine's Day for all the lovers out there. I'm not in my lover bag. I'm not in my lover bag. I'm just not. But Black Millionaires reporting Valentine's Day spending expected to hit record high of $29.1 billion in 2026. Spending on partners alone is expected to total on $14.5 billion. Pet spending up to $2.1 billion. So that's the latest. Valentine's Day spending expected to hit a record high in 2026. So this Black Millionaires reporting consumer spending on Valentine's Day is projected to reach a record $29.1 billion this year, according to a new survey from the National Retail Federation and Prosper Insights and Analysis. Damn, it's killing me. That figure surpasses last year's record of $27.5 billion, with shoppers planning to spend an average of almost $200 on gifts, the highest amount ever recorded, $199.78. So yeah, they spending that bag this year for Valentine's Day, expected to reach a record high in spending. Wow. Shout out to the lovers, man. As bad as this economy is, the lovers, they are going to love, they're going to spend. So, there's nothing like love, huh? All right, well, that's the latest on Valentine's Day. Let's talk some Sherri Shepherd. My girl, Sherri Shepherd. We know I talked last week. I told you guys that her show was announced to be getting canceled, now renewed for a 5th season. And she finally was able to address this after she was dealing with COVID last week. As I'm giving you guys the latest here on Media Markets, the latest in news, sports, and entertainment, February the 9th, 2026. Sherri Shepherd, Black Millionaires reporting. Sherri Shepherd addresses talk show cancellation. Quote, we're going to continue to keep this show alive in some way. Nope, I messed up that quote. So, quote, we're going to continue to fight to keep the show alive in some way, shape, or form. If anyone knows me, knows that I'm a fighter, end quote. So that's Sherri Shepherd. She came out on her show today, which has now been renewed for season 5. Looks like it's heading for cancellation. And she talked about the fact that she loves to just bring people joy. That was the one thing she wanted to do in this position. And the fact that she's not out of it yet. She's saying, don't count me out. Maybe we're going to see her on another platform, YouTube, Netflix, one of those. Who knows? Another network, who knows? But Sherri Shepherd, she did finally come out and was able to talk about her show, being canceled and now renewed for a 5th season. So we wish Sherry Shepherd the very best here on the Media Market show. Want nothing but the best for her, and it's all gonna work out as it always does. As it always does, Sherry. As it always does. All right. So that's the latest on Sherry Shepherd. Before I get into some music news, because these music people are insane. I think all musicians are just maybe generally insane. But this is Black Millionaires once again reporting Chipotle. Chipotle plans to raise menu prices in 2026, betting on its core customers after learning that most of them earn over $100,000 a year. Yo, so Black Millionaires reporting Chipotle plans to raise menu prices in 2026, betting on its core customers. Younger, higher income, digital savvy customers will continue spending despite higher costs. CEO Scott Boatwright said the company's research shows that about 60% of its core users earn more than $100,000 per year, giving leadership confidence to focus on the group as lower income diners cut back. So that's the latest from Chipotle. They are raising their prices this year, 2026. The CEO, Scott Boatwright, basically saying, hey man, we did research and most of our people that eat Chipotle make over $100,000 per year. So we're raising our prices. Listen. That's a very bold statement, man. What a thing to say, man. But that's the latest from Chipotle and CEO Scott Boatwright. They're saying they're raising their prices in 2026, and because they believe in their consumers, they believe that their ability to make money, and they saying, yeah, our customers, they get bread. So we're going to raise these prices because they can afford it. Okay. We'll see what happens there. That's the latest on Chipotle. I got a couple things. Did you guys see the video with Tony Yayo, Uncle Murder sitting behind Ja Rule on a first class flight to wherever they're going? It's just such pettiness. Like, come on, guys. You guys are really old and all looking ridiculous. All three of you. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, come on, man. Come on. Ja apparently left the flight. It's just like, yo, when can bygones ever be bygones? I mean, what are you showing to the youth? What are you showing to, people, your kids, your grandkids, right? I mean, maybe one of these guys are old enough, man. Come on. So, I was very disappointed to see that. As a hip-hop guy, I was born and bred in hip-hop. You understand? As a hip-hop guy, I'm very disappointed to see that. Like, we can't be civil on a flight. Just chalk it. Just chalk it on the flight. We can't be civil. So that's the latest with them. And I got one more for y'all. Did y'all see Summer Walker, man? Summer Walker. Yo. Did y'all see Summer Walker at her meet and greet? Did y'all see Summer Walker at her meet and greet? They like, yo, y'all, Summer gotta run me my money back. They saying she gotta run the money back. What is that? You tell me. But that's the latest with Summer Walker at her meet and greet. I just thought that was extremely funny, man. Summer, she gonna be herself, man. But yeah, that's the latest in news, sports, and entertainment. I'm your guy, Media Markets. Media Markets live stream. Appreciate you all for listening and tuning in. Be well, be blessed. I will see you guys soon. Cheers.